How do you buy in today's market with student loans? Let's talk about it. All right, so this was recently asked of me on my YouTube channel. Now that, interest rates are higher, home prices are higher, and we are getting graduates, right? People are graduating college and they have all these student loans. How do you still buy? Well, there's a couple of things to look at. First and foremost, what is your interest rate on the student loans? Maybe there's an opportunity to refinance it. Because the whole point isn't so much that you have a $10,000, $20,000, $100,000 balance. It's all about the monthly debt to income ratio. Now, if for some reason you're like, well, I can't refinance my student loans, which is probably the majority of people, the question is, well, what do we do? There's a couple things. One, you can look into the FHA loan, Federal Housing Administration loan. Basically, the government is insuring the loan that you, the borrower, will pay. Great news, you only need a 580 credit score and you can have a higher debt to income ratio than you would with a conventional loan. So in other words, you can have more debt and still buy. Of course, and I tell this to everybody I care about, it is all based on your gross income, not net. So you need to budget accordingly. I don't want you being house poor. Now, once you've figured out your FHA, what can you buy, then you look into other ways to offset the costs. So if you're gonna rent by the room, house hacking, that's great. A lender won't count that income, but for you mentally to think, okay, I can do this because it can be temporary. You don't have to house hack forever. Kind of a common misconception. But maybe you do it until your wages increase, until you pay off some other debt. Just something to kind of help pay the bills. The second thing you can look into is multifamily. Buying a duplex, triplex, fourplex. The lender will count the either actual rents or the projected rents, whichever's lower, to help you qualify to buy. So you can look at a duplex listing, for example, and say, well, I'm gonna live in unit A and unit B brings in $2,000 a month. The lender will take 75% of that, so $1,500 out of the $2,000, and they'll use that to help count to help you qualify. So if let's say your student loans are $1,500 a month, I hope they're not, but you have this $1,500 a month coming in, now that completely wipes it clean. And now you're only focusing on your income and any other potential debt you may have. I'm not necessarily saying that you should pay off all your student loans up front. You need to talk to a financial advisor about that. But it all depends. I bought my first place with student loans, but my student loans also weren't as high as what some people have today. If you are currently in college and you're watching this, you need to avoid the major student loan trap. Yes, you may get student loans one way or another, but you need to think strategically. Are you going to go to junior college? Or you could do what I did one summer. I went to a 4-year institution, but in summertime, one summer, I actually went to the local junior college and took some general ed classes. That was cheaper than going to my university, and it all transferred over. So you need to think strategically. Also, no knock on the big name universities. I think they're fantastic. They're great for networking. But depending on your major and your career path, is that the best choice? Or are there more affordable colleges you can go to? Now's the time to use that strategy. Because once you've locked in and you start racking up these student loans, they're with you forever. You can always double check because laws change, but historically, bankruptcy does not release student loans. My guess is because there's no collateral, right? You can declare bankruptcy and lose the car. Here, you can't lose the knowledge. You can't really lose that piece of paper. So you really are stuck with it. Those are some of the ways that I would be buying. I'd be looking at the FHA loan and I'd be looking at multifamily. Or even if I qualify, but I don't feel comfortable with the payments, I'd consider getting roommates until I feel comfortable. Because at the end of the day, over the long run, it is better to buy than it is to rent. You have tax benefits, appreciation, loan buy down, cash flow, all that fun stuff. So thank you for asking that question. If anyone else has any questions you want me to do a video on, go ahead and comment below, DM me, whatever the case may be. I would love to help you out. You have a great day.